Hi everybody, it's Jill Blanchette with Green Thumb Stampers. I'm here for another version of my Finally Friday videos, and today we are going to do a walkthrough of the Towering Pinwheel card, and I have a guest presenter, Patty Tyre. I was over at Patty's house crafting and we decided to make a Finally Friday video, so I thank her very much for her assistance and I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I'm going to start with a piece of cardstock at 4 1/4 by 5 3/4. And then you are going to score it at 3/4. Get the cutting blade out of the way. 3/4. 1.5 inches, 2 1/4, and 3. And that is your starting base piece. Also going to need 3 solid pieces that are 2 3/4, which ends up being your leftover piece from that by 4 1/4. So there's one. And then you need 2 more at 2 3/4. By 4 1/4. And then a third one. 4 1/4, which that one is. So there's your 3 solid panels. So after you get it all scored, you're going to start to burnish your folds. So after you've burnished your scores really well, you're going to lay this that way. You're only going to glue this first panel right here. So you're going to get your adhesive and glue just that first panel. Don't get glue too close to the edges because you don't want it to stick to the other parts. And you're going to fold that over, apply some pressure, give it a minute so that when you pick it up, it's going to fold out like that. So after you get that first side glued down, you're going to continue with your next panel. And then you're just going to put it right to the edge. Make sure your ends are lined up. Apply some pressure. Kind of got to give it a minute to let it adhere. And then you're going to fold that edge over and you're going to continue with your next panel. Lining it up right with the edge, top and bottom. Oops, can get slippery. Apply some pressure. Give it a second to dry. And you're going to flip it. Oops, oh, you gotta let that other panel flop out. And you're going to adhere your last panel. Your last panel on.
So this is going to be your base to decorate, and when you get all 3 of the panels on, when you open it up, that is what you're going to get. So then these are going to be your panels that you're going to decorate. So now that you have your base all together, you're going to start covering it with some DSP paper. If you want a small border around the edge, you're going to need to cut 4 pieces at 1 3/4 by 4. And then I did some that were just more of a almost solid or simple pattern. Those are 2 1/2 by 4. So you're going to want to just start decorating and putting these all on your panels. So you've got kind of a shorter panel. And then you've got your little bit of a bigger panel. And it's got a nice little bit of a border on it. And then you're just going to flip it around and continue around. Since this panel has a little bit more of a greenish color in it, I'm going to go ahead and flip this paper to match that green. And then I'm on my last 2 pieces of the DSP paper. So I've got my shorter panel. And then again, it's got a little bit more green, so I'm going to flip it to this one. So now I have all of the sides decorated. You see when you spin it around and when it stands up. So after you get all of your DSP paper of your choosing on your panels, then you can start to decorate with some other, what do you want to say, odds and ends. And then that's your finished card. Which this spot here,
I'm gonna go slow. Go ahead.
if you wanted to write a personal note, you could maybe not even put the butterflies on there and write your own message inside the card. And then it does lay flat, and it will fit in your regular size envelope for cards.
All right, there we go. That's the Towering Pinwheel card. I hope that you give it a try. Again, go ahead and post it. I have a new Facebook board or group called Green Thumb Stampers Creativity in Bloom, and I'm encouraging everybody to post your creations there, ask questions. We build a little community of stampers, or if you paint or sew or whatever, feel free to upload whatever you're working on there and see if you can't inspire somebody else with your creations. I'll be back again next week. Thanks a lot, everybody, and thanks again to Patty Tyre for helping me out and her fur babies for their guest appearances. Bye, guys.